Hello my friends. Right, today I'm going to show you my little plants. Little, not little. Right, which one first? This one I think. Now don't ask me to pronounce the name, but it's something like diffenbecia. So I bought this from Lidl about 2 weeks ago, and the usual problem with plants that you buy from anywhere is the problem that you cannot avoid, and that is fungus gnats. So I want to show you a way that it won't eliminate them altogether from your life, because that's just plant life, but it will show you how to lessen the amount of them, and it really does work. It's simple and it does work, so I'm going to show you today. First of all, I want to show you what I did with this plant when I bought it, because it sort of splits itself into different plants. And you see there, that is one plant, and that one there is one plant. It had another plant on it which I divided, and I've put that in leca. So that's the one that I've already done, a division. So I'm going to show you with this plant that I bought the other day, which is one of those. Anyway, you can see this has divided itself. So you've got one plant there and one, can't really see it very well here. So see that big plant there at the back? That's one plant. You turn it around and there is another one there. So, how do we divide it? Good question. So basically we remove the plant from the pot. That's why I'm wearing the gloves. I'm going to see if there's any fungus gnats come out. This is the main reason that I grow it in water if I can. So just squeeze in the pot gently. Looks like a good mix. They're generally good from Lidl, to be fair. Oh yeah, look at that, and these removing. Show you that. Start to come out the bottom. It's moving out, so it's not going to do it any harm to take the plant out. I'm just checking this fungus gnats. So it's divided itself. Sorry, that's the parrot. Now here, the roots are more or less as big as the top. Massive. See how it curls around like that? It's massive. But the problem is, if we put it in a bigger pot, what happens is the roots inside the pot reach out to touch something. So if you've got a small plant in a pot, say my finger is a plant, just my finger, see all that space around it? Those roots will be looking to touch something. So the roots are going to be growing round and round, looking to find something to touch, and then it'll find the side of the pot and it'll be happy, and it will then create the top growth. So we don't want the plant to be in a massive pot, because it will just concentrate on the roots. You won't get any top growth, so you'll think, oh my god, this plant, I don't know what's the matter with it, I don't know why it won't grow. Oh god, I may as well just chuck it in the bin because it's not doing anything. But sometimes it doesn't need to be in a big pot. It really doesn't need to be in a big pot. So that is a myth. Okay, if you put one in a big pot, it will not grow. It won't grow. So, which one? I think they've both got quite chunky roots, to be fair. But I think I'm going to use this one. Bit broke off there. No. Just remember one thing, they always grow back. And the main thing that kills plants is us. Basically, overwatering is like the main cause of plant deaths. It's us. It's not in the right place, it's not getting enough water, it's not getting enough light, it's getting too much light. There's a lot of reasons. This is the plant which I took out of soil and just shook it off, and it's going to go back into soil because I've divided the plant that I want. Now sometimes when you buy plants, what they do in the nursery is they put a few in one pot, smaller plants and usually a big one, and it makes it look like a bigger plant, but in reality it's not, it's several small ones, so you could be waiting a long time for those plants to grow. So you can always divide plants in that way. Depends where you get them from. If you get them from a private seller, they're usually nice big ones anyway, but you pay for it, don't you? So you can always divide plants that way because they're already divided, because that's just how they've been grown. Some plants you can't divide yet, or you may have to cut them with a knife, just slice it. But make sure that your knife's clean, because I've made that mistake and it's given it root rot by not using clean tools. I think I'm going to leave those roots like that. I don't think I need to cut them because they'll be fine in that pot. So I need to water this now. Because the soil's quite dry, I expect a lot of air pockets in there because the roots are so chunky. The soil will sink down all around those roots. I'm going to do it with tap water just because the sink's here and it's easier. But for all the rest of my plants, it will always be rainwater that I use because I'm lucky enough to have access to rainwater. I've got barrels in the garden, so that's why. And it's better for your plants anyway, because some plants don't like lime in water, lime scales. That's what it looks like now. Right, so I've watered it, ran it under the tap, and can you see that indentation there? It's dripping everywhere here. See that indentation just here? That's where the soil level's dropped because the roots are obviously not touched by the soil enough, so it's just run down and run around the roots and then just gone down. So I need to put a bit more soil on that. Okay, so I've been outside and just put a bit more soil to fill in those gaps. I'm making a hell of a mess on the floor here. It really is the simplest of things, but it does work. And this is what it is. It's called potting grit. I got it off Amazon. I think it was 20 kilos and it was about 12 quid. So 12 kilos is quite a big heavy bag. So that's what it is, potting grit. I gave it a bit of a wash in the water, but outside because it's very dirty. And this is what we do with the grit. We just put it round the top and cover all around the edges, because the fungus gnats live on the surface, just under the surface of the soil. So water your plant, water it from the bottom. So put it in like, you could use a tray like this one and soak all your plants at the same time. You just like add about that much water, leave them in there for an hour, and then they'll suck up what they want and they'll be fine. If you're unsure whether your plant needs to be watered, this is the tool for you. It's a moisture meter. So I'm just going to put that, push it down, oh, push it right down. The reason this is saying that it's dry is because it was really, really dry to start with. But you can see the water's coming through, she says. So this needs a bit of a soak because it's not holding onto the moisture. So I'm going to give that a soak. The next thing you will need, I haven't actually got any, but I have some that I'm using. And you can see that they work because of the fungus gnats that's on it. Basically, it's a sticky, what do you call it? Sticky fly trap. And basically the flies are drawn to the yellow, and you think, oh my God, that looks amazing. So off they go, fly onto it, and that's how you deal with the adults. So the grit stops them being able to breed on the surface of the soil, and these will mop up the adults, and the bottom watering will stop those flies from breeding in the bottom of the pot. Another tip is make sure you wash your outer pots as well. So like the outside pot that it's in, inside, because they can breed in there. And you'll think, I've done everything she said, I've done what she said, I've put the grit on and I've put the trap in, and I'm still getting them. Check the outer pot, inside the outer pot, and trust me, give it a month and they'll be gone. Honestly, it sounds so simple, but it works.